Hello, I'm Jasmine Moon, and I'm here with another art video. So today, I am going to be making going to be doing the nail polish art challenge. I have pre-painted this tiny canvas with some white nail polish, and I will be showing you how I did that on this little canvas. Got it super cheap at Barnes & Noble because they have these little canvases on sale sometimes. So yeah, I'll be filming. First I'll film painting the other one white, and then I'm gonna paint both of them. The first one I think I'm gonna do like a watercolor-ish style painting. The other one I'm gonna try to do something representational. I'm thinking like a cute little character from a video game. So let's see if I can do that. Oh, and another thing, I'm going to be using this. It is a dotting tool for nail art. I'm using these brushes. They are, I think, Crazy Art brushes. Basically, I just went and bought some really cheap brushes so that I wouldn't mess up my fancy brushes. But I think these are going to be fun to use too. I'm going to use this palette to put some nail polish in and maybe mix. And I'm going to be using this this alcohol so that I might be able to do the watercolor style look. So yeah, guess I'm gonna just move all this aside and get into it. Alright, so that is one coat, and it's likely going to take 4 or 5 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this coat dry for 15 minutes, and then do the rest of the white coats off camera until I get to this amount of white. So, but through, YouTube magic, the next thing you'll see is this all white, and I'll be working on the next bit. Alright, I have finished covering the second canvas in white. It's about 4 coats, and you can still kind of see what's under it, but I think once I add the color that will go away. At least I hope so. So while I wait for this to fully dry, I'm going to do a I'm going to attempt to make a sort of tie-dye rainbow abstract thing on this one. So, gonna do that. So this is done. I'm not going to touch it. Well, I'm gonna try to touch it and bring it up. Alright. So let's see if I can focus on it. This is probably going to take multiple days to dry. Once that happens, I'm gonna come back in and do some fun little doodles on it with this. It's a lining. It's a... oh, wow. Whoops. But it's a nail polish that has basically a longer and thinner brush. So, I'm gonna use that to make some fun abstract stuff on here. But now that I'm done with this, I'm gonna start on the background for this one, which, now that I've learned kind of how these work, is probably also, once I do the background, I'll then have to wait a few days. So, but you guys won't have to wait. It'll just know it took multiple days to do this, which I do advise if you decide to paint with nail polish to let it dry for either days or hours between layers and stuff. That way you're less likely to, hurt yourself with the fumes. Also, having it in a ventilated area, also a good idea. Alright. Now on to the next one. Okay, so this is going to be the background for my second piece. I believe the second piece is probably going to have a mermaid on it, but we shall see. We shall see. And I'll be back and film the rest in like 2 days. This is gonna take forever to dry. Alright, these are more or less done now. The only thing I have left to do is put a top coat over them. I'm not sure if that'll actually help make them last longer since they're not on nails, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright, so it's been a few days since I put the glossy top coat over this and this one. And now, you know, I don't know how long they'll actually last, but they're nice and shiny and pretty hard. So these are the two that I filmed making. I like how they came out. And then I made a few more while I wasn't rolling just because it was a lot of fun. Including this one. It's a cute little splattery one. And this one. And this one. This one is, you know, vaguely Jackson Pollock inspired. Only vaguely though, since, yeah. Alright, and my favorite part about this is that I used a, you can't see that. Alright, so I used a nail polish that glows under a black light. Gonna see if turning off one of my lights helps so that you can actually see that. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see that. So this one I just did just splatters. And this one I added it around her amulet, so it looked like her amulet is glowing. This one I did swirls underneath the gold. So I thought that was a little fun. And then this one, again, I just did splatters. But in this one, as opposed to this one, the splatters, I let them be a little more textural and thick. So it feels cooler. I have a few exit thoughts about painting with nail polish. So using alcohol to try to get a watercolor effect did not work for me. I've seen people do it on actual nails, but it didn't work on these canvases, so maybe I wasn't doing it right, but I think that might just be something that might be a texture thing with the nails. I'm not sure, but didn't work for me, so there's that. The acetone completely ripped up a ton of stuff, so when it kind of destroyed the pattern on the tablecloth. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but it melted these plastic brushes. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Yeah, so that's why I decided not to use nice brushes, because I knew the nail polish and the acetone would mess them up. In addition to that, when I tried to wash the nail polish off of my palette, it also created that really bumpy texture because it partially melted it. Let's see if you can... I'm not sure if you can really see that with the camera, but it's really bumpy and feels pretty gross. So if you're gonna use a palette, don't use one that you want to use, I guess, for other things later. Or at the very least, don't clean it with acetone. I'll keep you updated if I find a better way. Anyway, so these were a lot of fun to make despite those two things, and I would definitely suggest making your own. It's a lot of fun, but I have a few tips. You should work small. Don't try to do this on a big canvas because the smell is going to drive you crazy. And on that note, the smell, you should be in a well-ventilated area. Even if, you know, you don't mind the smell too much, it will be harmful for you. So, you know, open a window. And I'm going to reiterate the thing before. Don't use your nice brushes unless those nice brushes are for nail art, in which case they're probably going to be fine with the nail polish. And try not to spill your acetone, because the smell's going to linger for a while, possibly a few days, maybe longer. So I had that problem, and it still kind of smells in here, so that's my bad. I am not sure if I'm going to be selling these, because presumably they're not archival, but they are kind of pretty, so if you're interested in any of these, just send me a message. And these two would also come with a little standy, so let me know. Those will probably be cheap since I can't guarantee that they'll last very long. And I'm gonna just quickly plug a friend of mine. He made this blacklight bottle, which is how I lit up these. And I'm gonna put his Instagram in the description. You guys should go hound him to sell these, because right now he's not. Alright, so I'm done with the update for these. Now I just have two general updates. This month of May, I'm going to be posting one illustration every week of mermaids and stuff for Mermaid, but I'm going to be making them sort of political, so every week I will make a new illustration, and any purchases of prints or merch of the illustration, I'm going to donate to a charity. This week, or I guess when this goes up, it'll be last week, I did something with two mermaids holding a banner that said "No Wall," and so that one I'm donating to the of course I've already forgotten, the National Immigration Law Center. They have a really good charity score. It's like 91, so yeah, they're really cool. And probably by the time this goes up, I'll probably have another one up, but I haven't decided what charity it's going to go to yet. So check out my Instagram for that. Last thing, I am opening up a Patreon, and I mentioned it in last week's video, but it should be up by the time this video is up, and if not, it should be up by the end of the day when I post this video. So be looking at that. I'll probably put a link in the description. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a good one.